there we go, finally. And it puts us right back to sleep again. This might actually kill us again. Oh, God. So, last time we left off, we were at a bit of a crossroads. We need to train Pidgeotto and Mankey up so that Pidgeotto can take out Erica, and so that Mankey can help take out the Pokemon Tower with Dig. So, I think we're just going to train them up for a bit. Just going to go through all of these trainers on the route back here. See if I can't get some more experience. Oh, I wasn't supposed to encounter that guy. I forgot. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll need to just find someone else to, oh god. I forgot these things put you to sleep. Guess we'll have to find something else to use the Mew glitch with. And it does not bode well if Pidgeotto is not doing that great against the Poliwag of all things. These things usually aren't too scary. Very low stats. Poliwhirl also always looks a bit silly. I guess we go to Squirtle. Or Wartortle. Oh, it finally got us. I don't think it can actually do anything to us though, because all it really has is Bubble and Water Gun. Lower our speed, I guess. Annoy us a lot. It's a maximum turn sleep.
2 hours later.
Oh, there we go, finally. And it puts us right back to sleep again. I didn't think it would be this much trouble training up a Pidgeotto.
3 hours later.
Nope. Of course. Can't miss a single hypnosis.
4 hours later.
Finally. Alright, one more. Yes! Thank God. It was very annoying. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll just live with it for now. There's other trainers we can do the glitch on. And more Voltorbs. I feel we are eventually going to get ourselves into trouble with these things one of these days. At some point in this game, I think you're supposed to take out an entire room full of electrodes that all self-destruct on you. Yeah, this is the person who likes Nidoran. I remembered that. These shouldn't be able to do too much to us. Aside from poisonous. Somehow Pidgeotto always gets hit with the poison. Every time. Alright, heal that up. So I think Erica's strongest Pokemon is level 31. So we'll have to be able to take care of that. We're starting to burn through potions as well. No Muck. Definitely haven't seen one of those before. Looks crazy. Interesting fact about Muck. One of the only Pokemon with a one-syllable name. I don't know if that's interesting at all, but it's one of the strange facts that I picked up on. Sort of a bizarre conversation there. Swift. So that's where you get the Swift TM. Swift, the idea behind the move is it always hits no matter what. Even if you have lowered accuracy or they have raised evasion, it always hits. Oh, that could have actually killed us if it crit. So that's all the trainers I want to fight down here. I guess we head into the game corner now. If fight off a bunch of rockets. See if we can't get the experience from them. You can also grab the Sylph Scope down there. Sylph Scope. That'll let us catch a Ghastly. It wasn't the best Pokemon, but it's nice to have around. I'm not sure why these ledges exist. They're in a very weird spot. It's supposed to help you avoid trainers or something. I should probably be using the bike as well to speed this whole thing up. I think you can use the bike in the underground passage. Hydrate? Oh, I gave the officers fresh water last time. So I've unlocked the big middle city, Saffron City, I think it is. But I can't fight the Sylph Company yet because I need to do the Rocket Game Corner first. They won't let you in otherwise. The only thing we can do over there is do the fake gym. Alright. Now, I don't really remember too much about this place. I know that they have the floor things that launch you in a specific direction. They're even weaker than the other Pokemon we fought. Everything's still trying to hypnotize us. Because of course it is. Oh, a Machop. We can use Fly on this thing. We finally have a flying type move that we can use for Machops. And we need to get the password out of one of these guys. Is this the place with the teleportation pads too? I can't remember. Nice. I did break into your operation. It's the part of the game where the whole criminal enterprise gets taken down by a 12-year-old. I can't remember what the move that cuts your HP in half is called. I know it's something Fang, and I know that Raticate gets it. They must not get it until a very late level, though. Is it Super Fang? Oh, here we go. Here's the other best puzzle in the game. The really, really slow floor panels that spin you around a bunch. So, I have no idea where I'm going with these things right now. But as you can see, they take about 7 years to get you anywhere. And if you accidentally misstep, it takes a while to recover. Oh, nice. More money. Worth like 10 each. Horn Drill. Barry can learn Horn Drill. But that, I don't know. That also seems real risky. Now, is this the fight with Giovanni up here? Oh, right, this is an elevator, isn't it? Yeah, forgot. And I need the key for the elevator. I guess let's give Swift its Pidgeotto. Get rid of Gust. Swift is also a normal move. And it's pretty okay power. So we still need to find the key. Man, I forgot about this whole place. It's been so long since I did anything in here. I forgot completely about everything in here. Oh, there's also a lower floor here, right? I forgot. Never went down here. TM10. Which is... Double Edge? Oh, everything can learn Double Edge. Interesting. It's one of those TMs. It's pretty good, but it gives recoil, which is scary. I generally prefer stuff like Body Slam. Lower power, but not as risky. Alright. Level 30 Pidgeotto, I don't know, should be able to probably take on Erica's gym. They sped this stuff up a lot in the Fire Red Leaf Green, which I think a lot of people were happy about, because this takes a long time to get through. Very annoying. TM2. Razor Wind, terrible, terrible move. There's a lot of very weird TMs in this game. This guy gives you the password. Oh no, this guy gives you the lift key. I remember that. I think maybe we give Pidgeotto one more level. And then we switch over to training Mankey up. It should be close. It should be pretty easy to evolve it into Primeape. Oh. Okay, I guess you fight Team Rocket down here. They always surprise me. They always come out of nowhere. Thankfully, this time our Nidoking is huge. I don't think there's anything they can do to get in our way. This is revenge for Zubat. Smash everything into dust with Thrash. Nidoking is taking no names. Every Meowth just growls at you endlessly. Their Pokemon still aren't evolved yet, which is interesting. You'd think they would be at this point. Oh, I'm paralyzed. It's the first time we've seen that move. I think Ekans and Arbok are some of the only Pokemon that even learn it. Blasting off again, there they go. Oh, this is just Giovanni. Okay. Let's see if we can't take him on. Wartortle should be pretty good against most of his team. Oh, especially if he's going to have an Onix. Which is somehow faster than Wartortle? Interesting. Evolves into a Rhydon later. Which Horn drills everything. I think it gets Horn Drill and Fissure. And here's the Persian. Not the Pokemon he usually has during Red and Blue, but because this game follows the anime, his Persian shows up in his team here. And in this game, Persian is actually pretty good because it has high speed and decent attack, so it crits fairly often. And normal type is pretty good. So that's the entire game corner done. Conveniently. Now, I don't know if we want to fight Erica or do Pokemon Tower. I think maybe let's do the gym, because Pidgeotto is level 30 now. Should be alright. And there's this weirdo here. This gym is full of women staring in the windows. So the gimmick behind this gym is there's a bunch of trainers and a bunch of bushes to cut, and that's about it. Very creative. Alright. Looks like we have plenty enough damage. Let's get through most stuff in here. Oh, this is the first time we've seen eggs. Eggs also learn self-destruct. I figured out what that guy up there in that surf gives you, by the way. I remember it's the TM for soft boiled, which I think only like 3 Pokemon can learn, like Chansey, Clefairy, and Mew. I am kind of nervous about Erica because that pedal dance does hit real hard. So nervous that I was actually considering getting the Eevee from the mansion and evolving it into a Flareon. The thing about the Eevee, though, is all the evolutions have they have a certain stat spread. Like, they all have a stat that has 90, they all have a stat that has 120. Vaporeon and Jolteon are both, like, Vaporeon is really good. It's a water type, it's really bulky, it has 120 base HP. Water type is really good defensively. It learns all sorts of great stab moves. Jolteon is actually really fast. So it's one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. And it has 90 base special, which means it can hit really decent Thunderbolts. And it has not very great bulk, but it makes up for that with offensive power and just going really fast. And Flareon is one of the worst Pokemon in the game. Because its 120 stat is in attack. And its attack moves, well, fire in this generation is only a special move. There's no such thing as a physical fire move. And even in Diamond and Pearl, which is when the special physical split with moves happens, the best physical fire move it learns is Flame Wheel, which is like 60 base power, which isn't great. And that's when Stealth Rock gets introduced as well. So it's still really, really bad. So if we can at all help it, I'd like to avoid ever having to touch Flareon. Anyway, this is Erica. Let's fight her. I was considering getting a Jolteon, actually. Making our encounter in Celadon City Eevee. Because we need something to... well, we don't need something, but it would be nice to have something to replace Pikachu. After it died in the first episode. Alright, there's Weepinbell taken down. Now here's the scary one, Vileplume. Or Gloom, I guess. I thought it was Vileplume. The fact that it's not Vileplume is actually quite significant, because it has much lower defense now. I guess I was scared for nothing. Must be another red-blue thing that gives Erica the Vileplume instead. Now we can use Strength, which won't be relevant for a very long time. Until, Seafoam Islands, I think. Mega Drain. Mega Drain isn't a great move, but it is better than Vine Whip. So we're going to replace Vine Whip with Mega Drain, and then eventually replace Mega Drain with Razor Leaf, I guess. It's a shame she doesn't give you the TM for Giga Drain. I don't know why she doesn't. That would be a lot more useful. This game does ease off a lot after you've gotten through the first little bit. Like, the first part of this game is really tough. And then you sort of coast along until you get to the late game. Because it's fairly easy to overlevel for a lot of these places. And you know what? I think I am going to actually follow that plan I had. Because Jolteon is actually really nice to have. Oh, these guys are the game devs, by the way. If you catch every Pokemon in the game, they give you a certificate. It's kind of cute. So this is the Eevee here. Let's do that, because we're going to evolve it into Jolteon. Let's grab ourselves a Thunderstone. Alright. He's got such a squished face. Now we do have to be careful. Because, like I said, Jolteon is very fragile. It's very powerful, but very fragile. Now we fought Team Rocket at the Rocket Game Corner. Are we going to fight them again in here? Maybe. I guess we're as prepared as we'll ever be. We should be at least a lot more prepared than we were last time. When we got stalled out by a Ghastly. Now, Pidgeotto is a normal type. So yeah. A lot of these things' moves won't affect it at all. Aside from Nightshade, apparently. Weird how that works. She was possessed by that Ghastly, apparently. And there should also be a place where we can heal in here. Oh, what are we going to get for our encounter? It's a Ghastly. Ghastly is one of the Pokemon I was looking to catch, actually. If it doesn't kill us. If we don't kill it. Hopefully. Oh. Well. I guess we aren't getting a ghastly. And we're just going to run into a million of them, of course. They're just real nasty. Thankfully, this right here is basically a Poke Center. Purified with white magic, whatever that means. Apparently this place is full of Final Fantasy mages. Has to confuse us every time. So annoying. If we hit ourselves in confusion there, that might have actually just killed us. That was a dumb risk. Shouldn't have taken it. I don't know why they decided to put this purified zone here. It just makes this place almost trivially easy. This might actually kill us again. Nope. It's the exact same risk, but thankfully we keep getting saved. I probably shouldn't be counting on that, though. More ghastlies. Give me blood, my goodness. This is a kid's game, madam. I wish they weren't so fast. It's very annoying. I know it'll be faster. Let's break him out. Show him off. Wow. That's actually quite surprising. I guess Ghastly does have really high specials, so I shouldn't be too surprised. You run into so many wild Pokemon here. It's crazy. They do an annoying amount of damage too, because it's always like a set amount every time. Every 5 steps, just trying to heal. Oh, there's the Haunter. Look at him. Scary. Only level 22 though. And of course, thankfully, these things also know the same moves as Ghastly. So nothing too scary. Please don't paralyze. Thank you. I always thought Haunter looked cooler than Gengar. Probably one of the more... Oh, there's the Cubone. If we'd encountered that first, then we could have traded it for that Machamp. Oh well. Monkey turned out to be a lot less useful in here than I hoped it would be. No more room for items, of course. Rare candy. I guess let's put that into the monkey. So right before this set of stairs. And fight the Marowak. It's the ghost of Cubone's dead mother, apparently. At least that's what I remember from the anime. And it's level 30. Also very scary. Because this thing has a high amount of attack. Low special though. Which is useful for us. We do not want to mess around with that. Turt should evolve at level 32. Restless soul of Cubone's mother. Departed to the afterlife. Alright. I guess I'll have to go back and heal real quick. Alright. There we go. Thank goodness. Yep, there they are. It's weird. You fight them in Mount Moon, and then you don't see them until the game corner, and then you fight them like twice in a row. And this time they lead with Meowth instead of coughing. That was a crit. Ow. Very scary. Let's just go up to Barry. Just make sure. Really don't want to lose another Pokemon to Team Rocket, of all things. Oh, now they've evolved, finally. They weren't evolved in the game corner, so I guess between here and there. There's another glare. Another paralysis. Very annoying. Their wheezing is... Oh, I guess because I'm paralyzed, right? That's why I'm slower than a wheezing. I think I'm confused now. The game didn't say I was confused, but I'm pretty sure I'm confused. In which case... let's switch out to Pidgeotto. I don't want to risk Jolteon. So I think poison is a physical attack. Of course, Pidgeotto is the one who gets poisoned every time. Can't help it. This thing has high defense. It's a good thing I didn't drop all those antidotes. Yep, blasting off again for the third time. I think we can escape rope out of here too, which is convenient. You still encounter wild Pokemon up here. Of course you can. Finally. Calm the soul of his Cubone's mother. Oh, Mr. Fuji takes you out of the tower, right. I forgot about that. It's nice of him. Okay, so now we can wake up Snorlax and try to catch him. No guarantees, though, because I think Snorlax has a really, really low catch rate. We should try, though. Snorlax is really good. A Weeping Bell up front. Everything on my team should be able to outspeed it, too. Hopefully this works. You get one shot at it. Well, 2 shots, I guess, but... Level 30 Snorlax. Now, I think Snorlax also has pretty high special, so it's... gonna be a while before we can get it down low enough. I don't know if this thing has rest naturally or not, but that would be very annoying. Maybe I see if I can catch it from here. There they are. Oh wow, nice. Alright, well that's our encounter for this route. Snorlax is really, really good, so I'm glad we caught that. Let's call him that. And I think we were going to use Monkey for the Pokemon Tower, but that didn't really work out. So I think we might actually replace him with Snorlax, unfortunately. Snorlax is just way too good to pass up on. It's one of the best Pokemon in the entire game. Super, super high attack. Really high HP. Decently high special. It's just very, very slow is the problem with Snorlax. Alright. Sorry, Monkey. But take an EP out. He goes 77 base attack. I think that's higher than Nidoking at this point. Headbutt, Amnesia, and Rest, so it did no rest. It would have been very annoying if it had done that in the middle of the battle. Now, I think I want to give it Body Slam instead of Headbutt. Because as good as Headbutt is, Body Slam has that 1/3 chance to paralyze, which is just so good. If I can find which TM is for Body Slam. Double Edge might also be a consideration. There it is. Conveniently, it can also learn Surf for some reason. I don't know if Shadow Ball is in this generation, but I know Shadow Ball is a move that you really want to have on Snorlax too. It gives it coverage for the ghost types that it can't fight. Eee, 29 Voltorb, oof. That's spooky. This thing might explode now. This Pokemon are starting. Oh, there it is. They're starting to get real up there in level. Thank God Voltorb doesn't have very much attack. Electrode, ooh. Even scarier. Let's see how he does. Oh, that's really not great. Oh, God. Jeez. If that had crit, we would have just lost the Snorlax right there. That's the problem with those Pokemon, man. They're just an instant wipe if something goes terribly wrong. Here's a fisherman with Magikarp. I thought there'd be a lot more fishermen on this route. Instead of just exploding Voltorbs. No more room for items, of course. I don't know why those cut bushes reset after you fight someone. That seems like an oversight. Actually, we can throw this away. Because one of the things about the Pokeflute that's interesting is it basically does the exact same thing, and you can use it infinitely. When I was a kid, I figured out you could use the Pokeflute in battle, and it did basically the same thing as an awakening. And I don't know why I don't see more people use it. It guarantees a one-turn sleep every time. Nidorrhinos will eventually learn Horn Drill as well, which is also scary. So we have to make sure that we're at a decently high level. I found Carbos in a cave once. For some reason, I also remember that dialogue. Finding Carbos in a cave once is just seared into my memory. This is such a weird line to say. Okay. Well, we're out of Mega Drains. We have to keep that in mind. Bird Tamer. Bird Keeper. First one we've run into. There's a lot of these around Fuchsia City. None of them are too scary, except for one that has a Fearow down next to the tall grass on the other side of the town, by the cycling road. All right, Pidgeotto is what took out our Pikachu. Hopefully, it doesn't take out our Jolteon. Nice. Didn't even give it a chance. His bird combo did lose. Jolteon is just so fragile, I don't want to take any chances. It's just so good. Jolteon is such a powerhouse. Just blasts through absolutely everything. Thunderbolt also helps, though. It would be a lot more annoying if I had to use Thunder Shock for everything. There's a bunch of annoying trainers around here. And I think there's hidden items as well. God knows where they are, though. I think one of the trainers up here has a Farfetch'd, which is like the only place in the game that you see it. Look to the left of that post. What an incredible trainer tip. Mix of things, usually random indie games. That's nice. I like indie games. A lot more than AAA usually. I keep telling people who want to play more video games that are actually like good, just play indie games. Like unironically, it is cheaper. And everyone talks about how, like, you know, AAA companies, it's nothing but microtransactions and DLC and roadmaps and all of this stuff for stuff that should just be in the game by default. And I'm like, well, indie games have all of those things. Indie gaming is just like objectively the better choice, you know? Rather than playing Ubisoft Sandbox number 724. I'd much rather play a game that was made by like 2 random assholes in their basement over the course of 10 years. Firo, it's the first time we've seen that. I hope this kills. Jolteon is made of wet tissue paper still. Nice. We're out of Thunderbolts now, which is unfortunate. So I might just have to rock slide whatever birds I find. The funniest thing about MTX DLC stuff, they genuinely need that money because they're on razor-thin development budgets half the time. Yeah. Well, not only that, but it's nothing but bird keepers on this route. Not only that, but it's like they crunch their developers to death half the time too. And like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of indie companies that also do that. But it's like the difference between guaranteeing that you're dealing with a company using crunch if you go with AAA versus maybe they don't an indie, because indie teams usually can't afford to chew up and spit out devs like that. But like then you get releases like Baldur's Gate 3. I'm pretty sure Larian is technically an indie company. It just got funding from Tencent because Baldur's Gate 3 is an insane video game. That's like the most expensive thing ever made. But it's like so good as to be game of the year over pretty much everything, you know? I was actually thinking of doing some indie games on stream after I get tired of all this Pokemon stuff. Does it have a smaller budget? It looked like the most expensive game ever made. We're almost at the Safari Zone. We could probably honestly fight Koga, because Koga is ostensibly the poison type gym leader, but really he's the poison / bug type gym leader. So we could just like rock slide all of his Venonats to death. Nidoking is just like so good. It's too good, honestly. Nidoking should not be this good. There's trainers crawling all over this place. Okay, now this grass you can encounter a Venonat in, and Venonat is actually the best bug in the game. Just wrap everything to death, I guess. Not wrapping that to death. More birds. Endless birds. Nothing but birds. Let's mix it up and go into Snorlax instead. Hey man, look, I like birds too. There's just so many of them. I prefer Articuno. That's my favorite bird. I guess now that we have Jolteon, we don't necessarily need Zapdos that much, but Zapdos is still so good. Zapdos is like the only legendary Pokemon in this game other than Mewtwo that's actually, like, worth a lot. Articuno is pretty alright. It's just, it's an ice type, and ice is really bad defensively. It's unfortunate because I really like Articuno. You know what's a hot take? I didn't actually think GTA 5 was that amazing anyway. It was a really cool sandbox, and it was cool that there was so much stuff in it. It's just, I don't know if it was worth the stuff that they put the Rockstar devs through, honestly. The stuff those guys have to deal with is like on another level. I was thinking of ending this stream as soon as I got to Fuchsia City, outside the Safari Zone. It's about as far as I was planning on going anyway. All these trainers have so many Pokemon though. It's a marathon just to get to this city. One more trainer. And we can try to fight our way through. It's all just poison type Pokemon. No, there's yet more trainers. Ugh. We're almost there, I promise. This is like going down the highway in the family car trying to get to Disneyland. It's just around the next turn. It tried that time. It tried. Just every other time it tries to poison my Pidgeotto. Die. Die. Please. Ugh. More, please. Mercy. How many more? Is this another bird trainer? Oh, Dodrio. Wow. That's new and interesting. Let's kill it. Dodrio, another fairly scary Pokemon. Okay. One more bird keeper. Almost there, I promise. The thing about bird keepers in this game is like there are... Oh, here's the Farfetch'd. Okay, this is like the one Farfetch'd in the game that you run into. By an enemy trainer, at least. There's only like 3 bird Evo lines in the game. Like you have Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, and Pidgey, and you have Spearow and Fearow, and that's like basically it. There's Farfetch'd, but Farfetch'd is supposed to be really rare, so you only see it like once. And you get Doduo and Dodrio, and those are your birds. So every bird keeper just has the same stuff. Over there. Nope, one more trainer. Let's do it. Oh god, of course. Of course, we couldn't end the stream without Pidgeotto getting poisoned yet again. It's the only one who gets poisoned. Every time. Right, I forgot. Really don't want our bird to die on us. Is this the gatehouse where we can see Articuno? Yeah! There she is. Isn't she beautiful? Articuno's the best bird. Here we are. Fuchsia City in the Pokemon Zoo. And here we have the gym, whose gimmick is a bunch of invisible walls. There's Koga. Yeah, quote-unquote invisible walls that are in fact incredibly visible. It's those little red dashes on the floor. Those are where the walls are. I guess that's the stream. Oh.